What were they thinking? Did they really believe they could trap you? Why do they always forget that a chosen one like you is 10 steps ahead of every setup? This isn't the first time someone has tried to set you up, to undermine your credibility. While they were busy plotting, you were already 10 steps into your next victory. Their attempts to set you up have only exposed their weaknesses, and now all eyes are on you as you rise even higher. They thought that by spreading rumors and lies, they could ruin your reputation or position. They believed that with each falsehood they uttered, they were gaining ground, inching closer to your downfall. But this delusion, this misguided sense of victory, is their greatest weakness. Think of that coworker who spreads false stories about you to the boss, hoping to get you fired. They might be telling everyone that you're not doing your job, that you're unreliable, thinking this will put them in a better light. They smirk as they imagine you being called into a meeting, blindsided by accusations, and left scrambling to defend yourself. What they fail to understand is that their lies are only as strong as the truth is weak. When you've built your reputation on integrity, on consistent effort, and on the silent power of results, their falsehoods start to crumble under the weight of your reality. People may listen to gossip, but they trust patterns and results. And your pattern has always been one of diligence, honesty, and resilience. The enemy often operates under the illusion that appearances are everything. They think that if they can control the narrative, they can control the outcome. But as a chosen one, you understand that appearances are fleeting, while truth is enduring. You know that in the end, truth has a way of surfacing, no matter how deeply it's buried. And when it does, it sweeps away all the lies, leaving those who spread them exposed and discredited. Furthermore, there's a divine irony at play here. The more they try to pull you down with their falsehoods, the more they reveal about their own character. In trying to make you look bad, they inadvertently show everyone their true colors. Their obsession with your downfall becomes a mirror, reflecting their insecurities and fears. And in that reflection, others begin to see who they really are. Someone driven not by truth or justice, but by envy and malice. In the grand scheme of things, their delusion is nothing more than a distraction. While they're busy trying to manipulate perceptions, you're focused on your purpose, guided by a force that keeps you ahead. And when the dust settles, it's your truth that will stand, while their lies fade into obscurity. Judgment is here. The time has come for those who tried to set you up to face the consequences of their actions. Divine judgment is unfolding, and the truth is coming to light. Those who thought they could deceive and manipulate you without consequence are now watching their own schemes unravel before their eyes. Picture the neighbor who has been gossiping about you to the entire block, trying to make you look bad. They've been whispering behind your back, spreading stories that paint you in a negative light, thinking they're safe from exposure. But then, out of nowhere, their own dirty laundry gets aired out. Suddenly, everyone knows about the skeletons in their closet, and the very people they were trying to turn against you are now turning against them. This is divine judgment at work. It's the universe balancing the scales, ensuring that those who sow deceit and harm will reap the consequences of their actions. As a chosen one, your presence alone is enough to disrupt the plans of those who seek to harm you. Your energy, your light, is so powerful that it exposes the darkness in others. Even in social situations, when you walk into a room, people who've been plotting against you suddenly feel uncomfortable because your very presence exposes their guilt. The exposure of deceit is not merely a revelation, it's a reckoning. The universe has a way of pulling back the curtains, of shining light into the darkest corners, revealing the truth that was hidden in plain sight. Those who thought they could escape judgment find themselves caught in a web of their own making, ensnared by the very lies they spun. This divine judgment is not just about punishment, it's about restoration. It's about restoring balance, about ensuring that justice is served. For every lie told, for every deceitful action taken, there is a consequence. And that consequence often comes when the deceiver least expects it, catching them off guard, leaving them exposed and vulnerable. What's more, This exposure isn't always dramatic or public. Sometimes it's subtle, but no less powerful. The people who once believed the lies start to see the truth for themselves. They begin to notice inconsistencies, to question the stories they've been told. Slowly but surely, the truth emerges, and those who were once deceived turn their backs on the deceiver, leaving them isolated and disgraced. And as the deceivers face their judgment, you, the chosen one, continue to rise. Your integrity, your truth, and your light are your protection. You don't need to fight dirty or lower yourself to their level. The universe fights for you, ensuring that justice is served, that the truth prevails, and that those who sought to harm you are held accountable. In the end, divine judgment is inevitable. It may not happen on your timeline, but it will happen. And when it does, it will be swift, just, and undeniable. Those who tried to set you up will find themselves facing the consequences of their actions, while you, protected and empowered, continue to walk in your divine authority. Reclaim your power. No one can alter the destiny that has been divinely ordained for you. As a chosen one, you are protected, empowered, and walking in a divine authority that cannot be challenged by mere mortals. This authority isn't just something you hold. It's something you embody in every action, every word, every step you take. Imagine being in a toxic relationship where your partner constantly undermines your confidence. They belittle you, make you doubt yourself, and try to control every aspect of your life. But as you start to recognize your worth and step into your power, their control over you diminishes. They begin to fear losing you, sensing that they can no longer manipulate you. Your strength is a threat to their control, and as you reclaim your power, they lose theirs. This reclamation of power isn't a sudden event. It's a process, a journey of rediscovery. Every time you choose to stand up for yourself, every time you assert your boundaries, you're taking back a piece of the power that was once taken from you. And with each piece reclaimed, you grow stronger, more confident, more aligned with your true self. Just like a storm that shakes the foundation of everything it touches, your presence causes a shift in the atmosphere that others cannot ignore. You walk into a room, and the energy changes. People who once tried to dominate or undermine you now find themselves unsettled by your confidence, your authority, your undeniable power. This shift in dynamics isn't just about you. It's about the energy you bring into every space you enter. As you walk in your divine authority, you carry with you an energy that is undeniable, unshakable. It's an energy that commands respect, that demands truth, that exposes deceit. People who once saw you as someone they could control now see you as someone they must respect, someone they cannot cross without consequence. Walking in your divine authority means embracing the fullness of who you are. It means recognizing that you are more than enough, that you are worthy of respect, love, and abundance. It means letting go of the fear that once held you back, the doubt that once made you question your worth. And as you do, you'll find that the world around you begins to change. Those who once tried to diminish you will fall away, unable to keep up with your growth. They'll find themselves left behind, their attempts to control or harm you rendered powerless in the face of your strength. And in their place, you'll attract people who see your worth, who respect your authority, who are aligned with your purpose. This is your divine authority, an authority that is unassailable, that is protected by forces far greater than any human could comprehend. As you continue to walk in this authority, you'll find that the world bends to meet you, that opportunities align with your purpose, and that nothing, no one, can stop you from fulfilling the destiny that has been set before you. Spiritual warfare isn't always loud and obvious. Sometimes it's subtle, creeping into your life through small annoyances, persistent negative energy, or a sudden string of bad luck. These are the signs that the enemy is trying to unsettle you, to throw you off balance, and to distract you from your path. Ever notice how just before something good happens in your life, little things start to go wrong? The car breaks down, you lose your keys, or people suddenly start acting out of character. These aren't just coincidences. They're signs that something bigger is at play. The enemy knows you're on the brink of a breakthrough, and is trying to derail you before you can reach it. These signs, though frustrating, are not meant to break you. They're meant to test you. They're a way for the universe to gauge your resilience, to see if you're truly ready for the blessings that are about to come your way. Every small annoyance, every unexpected setback, is a challenge for you to rise above, to prove that you are unshakable, unmovable in your faith and purpose. As a chosen one, you must stay vigilant. Recognize these signs not as reasons to give up, but as confirmations that you are on the right path. When these annoyances start piling up, it's not a sign to retreat. It's a sign to push forward, because you're close to a breakthrough. The enemy's attempts to unsettle you are futile, and every time you overcome one of these obstacles, you grow stronger, more resilient, and more prepared for the blessings that are coming your way. It's important to remember that these signs are not just random occurrences. They are part of a larger spiritual battle. The enemy sees the potential in you, the light that you carry, and will do anything to dim it. But what the enemy doesn't realize is that every attack, every attempt to disrupt your peace, only strengthens your resolve. It's in these moments of challenge that you find your true power, that you dig deep and discover just how resilient you really are. Moreover, these signs serve as reminders of your spiritual journey. They remind you that you are not alone, that you are being watched over and protected. The very fact that you are facing these challenges is proof that you are on a path that matters, a path that is significant enough to warrant opposition. And if the enemy is trying to stop you, it's because they know you're destined for greatness. Stay alert, stay focused, and remember, every small annoyance is just a signal that you're about to achieve something great. Don't let the enemy's tactics distract you from your divine purpose. Instead, use these signs as fuel to push harder, to stay the course, and to keep moving forward with unwavering faith and determination. They tried to put you in a box, to limit your potential, and to confine you within the boundaries of their own small-minded expectations. But what they didn't realize is that you've outgrown every limitation they've set. You are too connected, too evolved, too powerful to be contained by their petty schemes. Think of a time when people tried to label you as something you're not, whether at work, in school, or even within your own family. They tried to define you by your past mistakes, by their own limited perceptions of who you are. They whispered behind your back, spreading their narrow views, thinking they could keep you small, keep you from reaching your full potential. But you kept growing, you kept evolving. You proved them wrong at every turn. Every limitation they set became a stepping stone for your growth. Every label they tried to slap on you peeled away as you continued to rise, to expand, to step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. Outgrowing these limitations is not just about proving them wrong, it's about proving yourself right. It's about stepping into the truth of who you are, regardless of what others say or think. It's about realizing that the only person who can define you, who can limit you, is you. And as you embrace this truth, you begin to break free from the constraints that others have tried to place on you. This process of outgrowing is continuous. It doesn't stop once you've broken free from one set of limitations. As you grow, new challenges, new limitations will arise. But each time, you'll find that you are more equipped, more empowered, more confident in your ability to overcome. The people who once doubted you, who tried to hold you back, will fall away, unable to keep up with your pace, your growth, your evolution. As a chosen one, you are constantly evolving. No scheme, no setup, no attempt to limit you can hold you back. The people who once underestimated you are now left behind, struggling to keep up with your progress. And as you continue to grow, you'll find that the box they tried to put you in no longer even exists. You are limitless, bound only by the expansiveness of your own spirit. And with each new level of growth, you become more aligned with your true purpose. The things that once held you back, that once seemed insurmountable, now seem trivial, insignificant. You've outgrown them, just as you've outgrown the people who created them. And as you continue on this path, you'll find that the only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. Keep growing, keep evolving, and let those who tried to confine you watch in awe as you soar beyond their reach. You are not the person you were yesterday, and you won't be the person you are today tomorrow. You are constantly becoming, constantly expanding, constantly stepping into the fullness of your divine potential. God is scrutinizing the intentions and actions of those who have sought to harm you, and divine judgment is about to be delivered. Consider the friend who betrayed you, thinking they could get away with it. At first it seemed like they were succeeding, like their betrayal had gone unnoticed, unpunished. But as time passed, their true colors were revealed. They found themselves isolated, their actions coming back to haunt them while you continued to thrive. This is the divine verdict at work. The battle has already been decided in your favor, and those who sought to harm you are now facing the consequences of their choices. Every lie they told, every scheme they concocted, every trap they set is now turning against them. They are reaping what they sowed, and there is no escape from the judgment that is coming. This judgment is not just a punishment. It's a correction, a restoration of balance. It's the universe's way of ensuring that justice is served, that those who operate in darkness are brought into the light. The very actions they took to harm you are the same actions that will lead to their downfall. It's a divine irony that the traps they set for you have now ensnared them, leaving them with no one to blame but themselves. The final verdict is also a vindication for you. It's a confirmation that your integrity, your resilience, and your faith have not been in vain. It's a moment of triumph where the truth prevails, where your enemies are exposed for who they truly are. And as they face the consequences of their actions, you stand tall, unwavering, knowing that justice has been served. This verdict is not just about the past, it's about your future. It's a clearing of the path, a removal of obstacles, so that you can move forward without hindrance. The people who tried to hold you back to set you up are no longer a threat. They've been dealt with, and now you are free to walk in your purpose, unhindered and unafraid. As you continue to walk in your truth, remember that this verdict is not just a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. The universe is constantly watching, constantly ensuring that justice is maintained. And as long as you remain true to yourself, as long as you continue to walk in integrity and faith, you can be confident that the universe will always be on your side, fighting your battles, ensuring that you are protected and empowered. The final verdict has been delivered, and it's in your favor. Your enemies are facing the consequences of their actions, and you are free to continue on your path, knowing that you are divinely protected and guided. As a chosen one, you are always 10 steps ahead. The enemy's plans are futile, their schemes are unraveling, and their judgment is near. You are protected, empowered, and walking in your divine authority. In many ways, silence is your superpower. It disarms the enemy, throws them off balance, and leaves them grasping for control. While they're trying to figure out your next move, you're already 10 steps ahead, having anticipated their actions and prepared your response, or lack thereof. And when you finally do speak or act, it's with a clarity and force that leaves no room for doubt. Think of that family member who constantly tries to push your buttons during gatherings. They know exactly what to say to provoke you, expecting you to react, to blow up, and to give them the satisfaction of seeing you lose your composure. But instead, you remain calm, composed. Your silence frustrates them even more because it's not the reaction they anticipated. They want a scene. They want you to stoop to their level. But you don't. Your silence is a signal of your mastery over self. In a world where everyone is eager to respond, to defend, and to react, you stand out as someone who controls their energy. This control is not just about holding back words. It's about conserving your power, using it only when it truly matters. The less you engage with the trivial, the more potent your presence becomes. Enemies often mistake silence for fear or ignorance. They think that if you're not responding, you're not aware of what's happening. But this couldn't be further from the truth. Your silence is not ignorance, it's strategy. You are observing, calculating, and choosing your battles wisely. By not engaging in every skirmish, you conserve your energy for the battles that truly matter, where your victory is assured. Continue to embrace your power, to stand firm in your truth, and to walk confidently in the knowledge that you are unstoppable. Thank you for your support. And remember to stay bold, authentic, and true to your calling as chosen ones. The universe is on your side, and no matter what the enemy tries, you are 10 steps ahead.